Aloha friends, I'm Joanna and this is another kitchen adventure. Beef bulgogi is a Korean style dish that pairs thinly sliced beef with a sweet and savory marinade made of a few simple ingredients. Pan frying results in a caramelized, juicy texture. Let's go. Now we're going to get our marinade ingredients together. It really helps to just set them all out to make sure you don't forget anything. I know, even though I've done that, I have forgotten some things. So this is a reminder to just get everything planned out to have a great recipe. So we're going to start this recipe by using some shoyu or soy sauce. Then we're going to add some brown sugar. If you don't have brown sugar, white sugar will work. If you want to make your own brown sugar, just take a little bit of sugar with some molasses, mix that well together, and you get your own brown sugar. You would add some honey. Now, if you don't have honey, just add a little bit of extra sugar. We're going to be using mirin in this recipe. You can use rice cooking wine or red wine as a substitute, but I have mirin on hand and it works well. We're going to go in with some sesame oil. I love the smell and flavor of sesame oil. It really brings it all together. I keep my sesame oil in the refrigerator so that it can last longer. I'm going to add some freshly cracked pepper and some sesame seeds. And that part of the marinade has been put together. We're just going to set that aside and get a few other ingredients prepared. We're going to mince some garlic. To speak my truth, I usually use jarred garlic. I didn't have any, so here I am practicing my chopping skills. So we're going to get that in our marinade, and then we are going to chop up about a tablespoon of green onion. Using scissors works really well. You can adjust the levels of these ingredients to your taste. If you like a little more garlic, you could add some ginger, more soy sauce. You can really do a lot of different things with this basic recipe. Now this is a kiwi. What am I doing with a kiwi, you might ask? The recipe usually calls for an Asian pear. The Asian pear is used as a meat tenderizer. Did you know that you can use kiwi in its place? This is a new thing that I've learned that I'm sharing with you. So it said not to use too much of the tenderizer, whether it's the pear or the kiwi. So I went in with a quarter of a kiwi. Thinking back, I could have used a half because I didn't marinate it for very long. You'll always have an option as you learn a recipe, work with it to see what works best for you in the flavors that you want and the process. You want to keep it nice and simple. That's a great thing about this recipe is that you truly are just putting a few ingredients together for the marinade. So we'll set the marinade aside and we're going to go in with our steak. So I've got this really thin steak that I got from the grocery store, and all I'm going to do is slice it on the diagonal in some chunks. You could do it lots of different ways. You can use different cuts of meat to be able to get the meat to where you want it to be. I'm just doing strips. So now we're going to get our meat into the marinade. We're going to give it a really good stir. You could go in and massage the marinade into the meat. The longer you let it sit, the juicier and more tasty it'll be. But it's really not necessary. I only marinated this for a couple of hours because of what we had going on for the day. So we're gonna get a clean plate set aside. And we're waiting for our pan to heat up. Sizzles. There we go. The goal is to sear the meat, not stew the meat. So I'm trying not to overcrowd the pan. And the thinner your meat, the quicker it'll cook. Nice color. It only takes a few minutes. I did wash my pan a little because I got a little more juice in sauce in there than I wanted before. So let's try to get less in there. But the others really will caramelize well because of all the juices that were in there. Smells really great. It just takes a quick minute or two on each side to get it cooked up great. There we go. Beef bulgogi. That looks delicious. So here we have it, our beef bulgogi. It looks very good. Gonna try a little bite here. That is very good. I took too big of a bite. It was very tender. There's so many flavors layered in that marinade that really does it for me. Thanks for coming along another kitchen adventure with me. I hope you enjoyed our time together. So go ahead, make it, eat it, and enjoy beef bulgogi. See you next time.